All right, so this is a video tutorial on slope and rate of change. This was a Done with Teacher Day. So I'm just going to go over the lesson that we did in class. So slope is the rate of change in a relationship. So the greater the change, the greater the slope. If there's not much of a change, then the slope will be a small number. So how do we find out what the slope is? We are looking at the change in the dependent versus or divided by the change in the independent. All right. Now, when we have different types of slope, we will be able to see if it's a positive, negative, zero, undefined, all because of the way the arrow is pointing. We always read from left to right, which means we go this way. So when I go this way, I hit this bottom arrow first, and then I climb up. So if I'm climbing up, that is a positive slope. Okay, if I'm going down, going from left to right, I hit this top arrow, and now I'm going to go down. That is a negative slope. If there is a flat line, that means there is no change. It is staying completely level, which means there is a zero slope. My pen is not wanting to work today. Now, this one here, there is a change because it's going from high to low, but I can't find a difference in change. It seems to all be landing at the same speed, the same time. In other words, I can't solve for a change, and that's called undefined. My pen is definitely not wanting to work for me today. Okay, so down here below, we have several lines, and we're going to look at what those lines are. So line A. Line A is going flat. It's a flat line, which means there is zero change. Line B. Line B goes from top to bottom. So that is a negative slope. Line C is going top to bottom in this direction, basically up to down. And we can't find any change, so that's undefined. And then D is going from top to bottom in this direction, moving up, inclined, and that's positive slope. All right, this here, I want you to tell me, how can you remember the difference between undefined and zero? And I would go ahead and add, how will you remember positive and negative as well? So basically, write your own little notes right here. Give yourself some cheater notes on how you will remember which line is which. All right, moving on down. To find the value of a slope of a graph, find the ratio of the vertical, which in this case would be our y's, change compared to the horizontal change, which is our x's, also known as your rise over your run. To do this, choose any 2 points on the graphed line. Then draw a right triangle to count the rise and the run. Always simplify the ratio when possible, and remember to check if the graph has a positive or negative slope. Okay. So this is your rise and run. So honestly, what does the word rise mean? It means to go up. Run means to jog back over. So the purpose of this is you're going to find two dots on a line, and you want to find out what is the difference in how high and how over they are from each other. So you're going to go up until you're level with the line the dot is on, and then go over straight to the dot. So if we were to count this, we would count the boxes of the graph paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one went up 4 times. Now, how much did it run? Again, you count the boxes of the graph paper. 1, 2, 3. It ran 3. So over here, what was the rise? The rise was 4. What was the run? The run was 3. So what's the slope? It's your rise over your run. And that's it. Now, these are ratios. They are not fractions. So do not change this into 1 1/3. It is for every 4, you go over 3. Every 4, you go over 3. It's a ratio. Now, you can simplify ratios, but in this case, we don't need to simplify because this can't get any smaller. So let's move on to some examples down below here. All right, so let's find the slope. Now, if you notice, they went ahead and gave us the 2 points. They're right here. So how far up do I need to go where I'm level with this dot? I'm going to go up 1 box. So my rise is 1. Now I need to go over and actually touch the dot. Let's count those boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I ran 4. So my slope is rise over run. 1 over 4. Do not say 1/4 because 1/4 is a fraction. This is 1 to 4. So for every 1, I'm going to go over 4, and I will hit my line again. Number 3. Oh, by the way, this is a positive slope. When it's positive, your answer should be positive. This is a negative slope because it's going down, which means my answer should be negative. All right. There are no dots on this one, which means I get to draw my own. I'm going to pick this one. Now, I would not pick this one, for instance, because do you see how it's not perfectly at the corner of the box of the graph paper? All right? It's in between. It's in between 2 values, which now you're dealing with decimals and fractions. Make life easy for yourself. Drag your pencil down till you find where it lands perfectly level with a number to the left and a number straight down. Now I could pick that one. I could pick that one. I could pick that one. I could even pick that one. It really doesn't matter which 2 you pick. You're going to create your stairs. Now, if you see that this is negative, I can't rise if it's negative. This is called a drop and run. So it's going to be drop over run. And your drops are always, always, always negative. So how much do I need to drop to get to this next dot? I need to drop 1. And then how many boxes do I need to run? I need to run 2. 1, 2. All right, well, let's see if that continues to be the same throughout. Drop 1, run 2. Drop 1, run 2. Drop 1, run 2. That's my slope. It is drop 1, run 2. All right, let's check this one here. Again, I get to pick my own dots. I'm just going to go ahead and not even care about the numbers. I'm just going up. Oh, I can do that one. I can do that one. And I can do that one. There's a reason I didn't pick these other ones because they don't land perfectly on a square. So now I'm going to go up and I'm going to go over and I'm going to go up and I'm going to go over and I'm going to go up and I'm going to go over. And since I'm going up, obviously this is a positive slope, which means my answer is going to be positive. But keep in mind, they are skip counting here. So every box is not 1, 2, 3. It's 3, 6, 9. So I rose 9. Now down here we can count by 1, 2, 3. I ran 1, 2. So I ran 2, which means my slope is 9/2. All right, I'm going to let you practice with the next one, but I will help you real quick with number 6. So I'm going to let you practice on your own for number 5 and number 7. And if you still have questions, you can bring those to me in class, but I'm going to do number 6. Do you see that I cannot create any stairs? I can't make any of those out, over, out, over, out, over. I can't because it goes straight down. That's why this is called undefined, is because I can't find a change between one value of the x and one value of the y because there is no change. It just goes straight down. So this answer is undefined. All right, so you guys try 5 and 6. And that is the end of this video tutorial. Please check the other ones for the other lessons that we did in class for this unit.